Hello to the first episode of Top Something Number, Top 10, Top 6 Buddyfight Worlds. Now, this list was really tough to make because there are not a lot of worlds in Buddyfight. So, this is my opinion. You can make a top 6 something, I don't really care. You can post a comment on what you think your top 10, top 6 Buddyfight Worlds is. And let's get started with number 6. Now, for number 6, we have Star Dragon World. Now, their monsters are really good, such as the Neo Dragons comboing with Cross Knives. That alone would at least make it to like top 3 or 2. But the big problem is there's not really a way to protect your monsters unless you use cross knives a lot. There's not really a lot of ways because the shields, Earth Barrier and Proto Barrier, which are the green and blue dragon shield forms, they only protect yourself. The only way I can see protecting only one archetype is the Drago Energy clone for Neo Dragons. That's why it's so low on the list. So, number 5. Hero World. This world is extremely good, but the reason why it's only at number 5 is because only one of their archetypes are actually good. And the archetype that's good is superheroes. Brave Machines don't really, the only deck that Brave Machines have is Ultimate Card Burn. And that's really hard to pull off. But that's why it's so low on the list. Now for number 4, we have Katana World. Now, until Giga Future comes out, this world will still be number 4. Giga Future comes out, it might be number 3, I don't know. Because ninjas suck right now without Giga Future. But until Giga Future comes out, ninjas will be good. But Skull Warriors are really what makes Katana World shine. So that's why it's at number 4. Number 3, we have Darkness Dragon World and its cousin Dragon World. Now, I consider both of these worlds equally good. Darkness Dragon World has a lot of different types of decks to use, such as Deep, Spectral Strike decks, Death Rulers, In Dragon World, it has Drum, Jackknife, it has generic Armor Dragons, Dragon Knights, Vlad. That's why I think they are equally good. Oh, and Darkness Dragon World has Purgatory Knights as well. For number 2, we have Magic World. Magic World is both of the reason why it's so high is because both of their archetypes are extremely good. Wizards is in the meta, I think. Yeah, I think they are. Or in the top tier list. It's just really good. They're super consistent. 72 pillars. Nice rush deck that you can use. It's just really good. And now, for the number 1 Buddyfight World, in my opinion, Dungeon World. Ever since Miracle Impact release, Dungeon World is the best world. Now let me explain why. In Miracle Impact, they got 2 really good defensive cards. They have Cassiopeia or something. It's a white dragon shield clone, but instead of reducing 2 damage, it reduces 3 damage. And they have Hidden Crossbow, which is a better Gigonic Thunder. Dragonic Thunder, it's good for facing off Adventurers, Cotton World, Magic World, Dragon World. But Systemic Dagger, Blade Wing, Chakram Dragon, Thousand Rapier Dragon, most of the Crimson Battlers, and Mirror Matches too. I think I already said that. And their dungeon enemies, they're kind of worse because Meteor Rain's a good card, but two of their counter spells that you typically want to use are kind of useless. I'm talking about Pillar Fire and the thing that reduces damage by 3. Because you can reduce the lifelink, but that's not really what you're trying to aim for. You're trying to make your monster stay on the field for a long time. But it's kind of good for dungeon enemies. They have some good cards to make a good, how do I put it? A good aggressive deck, but they don't have a good item. That's the only thing. They don't have a good item that they can use. Because Alerta is for Meteor Rain decks. And for, I forgot the other one. The other staff, it boosts the power and defense by 1,000. But its stats are really weak. It's a Drago Fearless that costs 1 gauge. The ability is nice and all, but they just need a good weapon. If they get a good weapon, they can do a good rush deck. But thanks for watching, and goodbye.